Bombardiro Crocodillo is one of the most epic characters from the world of Italian Brainrot, which is why I decided to put him into hardcore Minecraft. For the next 100 days, I'll be surviving as Bombardiro to overcome insane trials, meet other crazy entities, and upgrade into bigger and stronger forms. Will I be able to stop the Omega Brainrot from consuming everything, or will I crash land? It was time to find out, as I spawned in as baby Bombardiro Crocodillo in my plain crocodile home. I was surrounded by my Bombardiro Crocodillo mom and dad, who were watching over me.
Welcome to the world, Max. Today is the day you learn to fly.
I can't wait to put my wings to the test. Suddenly, the sky went dark and a terrifying amalgamation of brainrot creatures stepped into our home. We were faced with the terrifying Omega Brainrot.
Bow down before your new leader. Your brainrot powers belong to me now.
Without warning, the massive brainrot monster unleashed his power onto my home. He destroyed everything in his path, leveling anyone who stood in his way. What's happening?
The Omega Brainrot has finally found us. You must find the lost Crocodillo artifacts and reach your full power.
Just then, the Omega Brain took notice of us and began walking in our direction.
God, Max, we love you.
My parents jumped in to defend me from the Omega's attack, using their Bombardiro attacks to chip away at the abomination. Unfortunately, it was too much for them, and I watched as they were killed by the monster's might. No!
Now, only you remain. Soon all of your power will be mine.
I ran away as the Omega Brainrot followed me through the overworld. On day 2, I was being pursued by the terrifying Omega Brainrot. I tried my best to outrun him, but he was massive compared to me, making it a difficult task. As I ran, I spotted an interesting platypus that caught my attention. Did you see that? There are loads of secrets hidden throughout the video. Be sure to find them all. Soon, I reached the edge of a cliff, but I had one major problem. I still didn't know how to fly.
It's over, little Bombardiro.
No, it's not. I had to risk it all. I took a leap of faith and tried to use my wings, but it was no use. I fell off the side of the cliff. Ah!
Hang on, I've got you.
Just as I thought I was done for, Bombardiro Crocodillo swooped in, catching me before I met my demise. Who are you?
I'm a friend of your parents. Hang on, I'll take you somewhere that can help.
Bombardiro Crocodillo took me to a camp where Tung Tung Sahur stood waiting for us.
You're the lone survivor of your people. It's good to see you escaped.
Did you know my parents?
I did. They were helping me build a resistance to stop the Omega Brainrot, only for it to collapse under his might. We need you to find and use the power of the 5 Crocodillo artifacts to help rebuild it. It's the only way we can win this war.
My parents did mention some artifacts. If that's the case, then I'm in. Suddenly, a terrifying Trallalero Tralala breached from the ocean behind us. He wasn't looking like himself. Something was terribly wrong.
All will be consumed by the Omega.
On day 3, the other brainrot creatures and I were under attack by Trallalero Tralala. I tried to fight back, using my crocodillo jaws to snap at the enemy, but he was too powerful. Without my ability to fly, the fight was impossible to win. What's wrong with him? I thought he was on our side.
He's being mind-controlled by the Omega. You need to get the first Crocodillo upgrade so you can stop him.
The land shark came after me next, but luckily Tung Tung Sahur was able to fend him off.
Go west. The first upgrade is waiting for you there, but please hurry.
I'm on it. I ran off as fast as I could while my friends held off the threat. I headed west until I arrived inside of a swamp biome. There, I found the first Crocodillo artifact waiting for me on the other side of an obstacle course. I guess since I'm still a baby, I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Using the lily pads around me, I jumped from one platform to another, trying to reach the other side. Just a little more? Just as I was about to get the upgrade, Trallalero bursted out of the nearby trees and swam into the water, breaking the other lily pads in my path.
I'm the master of land and sea. You'll never escape me.
On days 4 through 7, the land shark closed in on me, but before he could gobble me up, I diverted his attention. Wait, is that Tung Tung over there?
Tung Tung? Where?
Trallalero took the bait and I took my chance to bite down onto him with my crocodillo jaws. I Time to get that artifact. I jumped into the water while the shark was screaming in pain, finally reaching the other side where the artifact was waiting for me. I grabbed a hold of my prize, causing me to transform. My body grew larger, turning me into a brand new form with far more power. My wings grew bigger and my teeth razor sharp. I was now an adult Bombardiro Crocodillo with 5 more hearts and new powers. Now this is more like it.
You won't get away with this. Face my wrath.
Trollolero came after me with his shark laser attacks, but I now had one of my own. Using my new powers, I blasted back, stopping the laser from hitting me. It then took to the skies, evading him. I used my new powers to attack him from the sky above, completely overpowering him. My advantage from the skies was working in my favor, and soon enough, I defeated him once and for all. Nice! That'll show him. I watched as the shark shrank down to normal form.
Oh, my head. Thanks for your help.
Who did this to you?
It was the Omega Brainrot. He's brainwashing mobs like us to obey his every order.
Suddenly, the ground shook under us as a massive explosive was dropped in the distance. That's the rebellion camp! Something else is attacking! With Trollolero by my side, we hurried back to the camp to help our allies. On days 8 through 10, I arrived back at the camp to find it under attack by Nuclearo Dinosauro. Just like Trollolero, his eyes were glowing purple.
Where is the last Crocodillo survivor?
He's being mind-controlled like I was.
Then I'll have to put a stop to it. I flew in with my guns blazing, taking on Nuclearo in an epic Brainrot plane battle. I used my plane attacks on him to deal good damage, flying around his large dino body to get as many hits in as I could. I thought I was doing well, but he came back at me with a nuclear blast.
Nothing will stand in the way of the Omega Brainrot. Your base is mine now.
I watched as Nuclearo Dinosauro dropped a nuke down onto camp, leveling it to nothing.
Good luck rebuilding from that.
The enemy flew away, leaving the destruction behind him. The rest of my allies came out of hiding at a loss of what to do next. There you guys are. I thought you might have died from the attack.
We hid as soon as the explosions began to go off. We're so glad you came when you did.
Thankfully, you guys are all safe and sound.
But the Nuclearo leveled everything we built in a second. What are we going to do?
My friend Cappuccino Assassino should be able to help us. Maybe with his assassin skills. We can snap Nuclearo out of his trance too. They're located north of here.
I like the sound of that. You guys stay here while I try to figure out how to free Nuclearo. I followed Trollolero's directions and set off, determined to find a way to snap Nuclearo out of his trance. On days 11 through 14, I arrived at the whereabouts of Cappuccino Assassino, only to find Ballerina Cappuccina dancing with Ballerino Lololo on a stage. Huh? Where is he? Suddenly, Cappuccino Assassino ambushed me, preparing to attack.
What do you want?
Wait, I come in peace. I need your help to defeat another Brainrot creature.
No can do. I'm busy.
Watching a talent show?
No, I'm planning my move to win Ballerina's heart. Ever since Ballerino showed up, she's only had eyes for him.
How about I help you win her over, and if I do, you help me get stronger?
Fine. You have a deal.
The show finally began, and Ballerino was up first. We watched him control the stage, dazzling the non-existent crowd and Ballerino with his exceptional dancing skills.
Ha! Beat that!
Ignore him. Show her what you can do.
You're right. I'll show that jerk.
Cappuccino was up next. He walked out onto stage and began to demonstrate his impressive sword skills. Although they were cool, I could tell they were lacking the same pizzazz that Ballerino's performance had. Luckily, I had an idea. I flew into the sky and dropped fireworks behind Cappuccino, making his performance more dazzling.
Wow, you're amazing! Cappuccino Assassino is the winner!
What? No, no, no! If I can't have Ballerina, no one can!
Ballerina, get out of here. We'll handle him.
Ballerina ran off to hide as Ballerino went crazy, charging at both Cappuccino and I. On days 15 through 17, we were locked in combat with Ballerino Lololo. He used his spinning tornado attacks on us, allowing him to do damage even as he flew from the sky above him. I tried to counter him with my Crocodillo attacks, but due to his swift dancing powers, he could dodge every move I made.
Just give up! Ballerina is mine!
No, she's not.
Suddenly, Cappuccino hit Ballerino with his blades, leaving him wide open. I took my chance to land the finishing blow, defeating Ballerino low once and for all.
Oh my gosh! You saved me from that toxic man!
Of course I did. I've always loved you, Ballerina. Will you be my girlfriend?
I'd be happy to.
Aww.
This is all thanks to you. Take this map. It'll help you find the next Crocodillo artifact.
Thanks. I better get it before it's too late. I then left the area and followed the map Cappuccino gave me. I arrived at the location and spotted the next upgrade. There it is! I flew in towards my prize. However, before I could grab it, Nuclearo Dinosauro descended before me.
It seems you're still digging into things that aren't yours. I'll just have to kill you myself then.
On days 18 through 21, I was once again under attack by the terrifying Nuclearo Dinosauro. I evaded his nuclear powers until I reached the upgrade, but once I did, an impenetrable cage appeared, sealing it inside. What the heck? I tried to break through the cage, but my regular Crocodillo powers weren't enough to reach it.
You fool! You'll never get that upgrade. It can only be broken with nuclear attacks.
Oh yeah? Come and get me then! Nuclearo tried to hit me with an explosive attack, but I managed to dodge it, causing him to break the cage for me instead.
No!
Who's the fool now? I grabbed the upgrade, transforming into my next powerful state. I grew even bigger in size and sprouted an extra set of wings. I now had 5 more hearts and a new missile attack. I used my new abilities on Nuclearo, quickly overwhelming him with my crushing strength. My new missile attacks were hitting my target effortlessly, giving me the edge I needed. Soon, I overcame the plain Brainrot monster, freeing him from the Omega's mind control. He was now smaller in size and no longer my enemy. Hey man, you okay?
I can't believe it! A real Bombardiro Crocodillo saved me!
The one and only. You're another plain Brainrot mob like me. Do you think you could help the cause?
After that Omega tampered with my brain, I'd be happy to. Prepare yourself. It's time to put your brain abilities to the test.
For days 22 through 25, the Nuclearo Dinosauro led me to a new location where I spotted a training ground.
It's time to begin your training. Be sure to listen close. By the end of this, I'll give you an upgrade worth fighting for.
A new upgrade? Say less! Let's do this! I steadied my nerves and prepared for the first trial. We took to the skies as Dinosauro guided me to the trial location where targets stood waiting below.
This first trial will be about precision. Hit those targets down there.
That's so far away. I'm not sure if I can hit those.
Don't doubt yourself just yet. First fail, then try again.
Roger that. I took aim at the targets below, dropping payloads onto the trial zone. Naturally, I missed a few, but I remembered what Dinosauro said about failing and continued to do my best. Surprisingly, I still managed to complete the test.
Not bad, but don't get too comfortable yet, kid. It's time to practice your agility.
Dinosauro then guided me to the next trial, where there were multiple rings floating in the sky.
Complete the obstacle course without taking damage.
No damage, huh? Alright then. I then soared through the flaming rings in the sky effortlessly. Things were going very smoothly.
I think it's time I turned up the heat.
Dinosauro unleashed a volley of fireballs that exploded all around me. I needed to be quick and able to change my direction on a dime to avoid the explosions. Luckily, I managed to avoid every projectile and finally finish the course. Hey, what was that for?
I gotta toughen you up somehow. Your enemy won't wait to make sure you're ready. Now it's time for your final test.
Out of nowhere, I felt a mild tremor in the ground. What was that? An explosion?
Perfect.
Perfect? What do you mean perfect? That town's under attack.
That's right. The town's under attack, and you're going to go save it. If you do, you'll pass the rest of my trials.
How many others did you have planned?
54.
Then there's no time to waste. I took to the skies towards the source of the smoke. On days 26 to 28, I arrived at the source of the smoke to find the civilization of Orcalero Orcalas. Looking deeper, I saw that it was under attack by Liry Lee Liry La.
All of you will join the mighty Omega.
Those eyes. Something must be controlling their mind. The elephant monster continued to unleash their wrath onto the area, showing no signs of stopping. Alright, it's time to put all of my training to the test. I flew above the town to drop a payload of bombs, hoping to take down the enthralled Liry Lee. Unfortunately, I was doing more harm than good as my bombs were hitting the town as well. Bad plan! I need to get him away from this area! Hey, Bonehead! Over here!
A crocodillo? You will perish as well.
Liry Lee charged towards me as I lured them away from the town. They unleashed their rage attacks on me, but I evaded and fired back with my bombs. Come on, snap out of it!
How about I snap you in half?
Liry Lee continued their barrage of rage attacks, making it hard to get in close to deal some real damage. Since I had control of the sky, I placed myself right above my target and unleashed a power I didn't know I had. My power sent down an aerial assault of explosions that landed directly onto the enraged Brainrot mob. When the damage was done, it looked like they might finally be coming to. Liry Lee, are you in there?
Please! My influence is only just taking root.
I cast about to find the source of the voice and saw that the Omega Brainrot himself had arrived. You! Leave the Brainrot mobs alone! But all he did was laugh in response.
Never. I'll remind you who the true leader is. Now, let's see how powerful Liry Lee really is once I give him my full power.
Omega then blasted Liry Lee with a laser attack, causing them to mutate into a new form.
It hurts! It hurts! Help!
Liry Lee, you're still in there! Fight it!
I can't. Have fun with that. I'll be leaving now.
No, get back here and fix this! The Omega slipped away as the new mutant charged towards me. The battle had only just begun. Between days 29 and 32, I was locked in combat with an empowered and mutated Liry Lee. He was powerful before, but this was different. The mutation increased his strength dramatically. Liry Lee, I know you're in there! That's it! It's me! We can fix this! His moment of clarity was short-lived, as Liry Lee shot me down from the sky, causing me to come crashing down into the ground.
Kill Crocodillo!
The mutant closed in for the final kill, but just then,
Incoming!
suddenly an attack from above crashed into Liry Lee. I looked up to the skies to find the power came from the Nuclearo Dinosauro who was flying overhead.
Get off the ground! That's no place for a brainrot mob!
I wheeled upward while I could, escaping the mutated Liry Lee for now. You came back for me!
Of course! I couldn't let my favorite student die!
Aww.
Don't push it!
Aww. We then noticed Liry Lee waking up from their daze, preparing themselves to continue fighting.
He's waking up! Hurry! If you go south, you'll find the upgrade I promised you! It's the only way to stop that thing now!
What about you?
Don't worry about me, kid! I'll hold him off as long as I can! Just hurry! I've been doing this for a long time! So you can be certain when I say that you're the only one who can stop this!
I escaped with the lead as Nuclearo Dinosauro fought off Liry Lee as long as she could. On days 33 to 35, I arrived at the location on the map the Nuclear Dinosauro gave me. There, I found nothing but boulders scattered about as far as the eye could see. I know I followed the map correctly. Where's the upgrade? I scouted the area, looking high and low, but this place was barren and deserted. I was starting to doubt coming here, until I spotted something in the corner of my eye, scurrying around. Haha! Found you! I chased the little guy around the wasteland, making twists and turns and running around obstacles, until I finally got close enough. Stop right there! I was able to corner it, and finally get a good look at who it was. But unfortunately, it was just a simple Boneca Abalabu.
Hey, I'm a walk-in here.
Whoops, sorry.
You should be following me around like some creep.
I watched as Boneca Abalabu rushed away in frustration. I was now back to square one, and it felt like if this was a false lead. I don't understand. The upgrade has to be here somewhere, right? Just then, I had realized that Nuclearo Dinosauro probably wouldn't have just left the upgrade out in the open for anyone to find. He most likely had hidden it. This gave me an idea. If I want to get Nuclearo's upgrade, I need to think like him. I then remembered my training with Nuclearo for what I wanted to do next.
This first trial will be about precision. Hit those targets down there.
That's so far away. I'm not sure if I can hit those.
Don't doubt yourself just yet. First fail, then try again.
Roger that. I took aim at the targets below, dropping payloads onto the trial zone. Naturally, I missed a few, but I remembered what Dinosauro said about failing and continued to do my best. Surprisingly, I still managed to complete the test.
Not bad, but don't get too comfortable yet, kid.
I then used my training to fly over the area and took aim at the boulders. I used them as target practice, destroying them with each shot. After breaking many of the boulders, eventually I discovered the Crocodillo artifact underneath where one of the boulders used to be. Score! I then swooped down and grabbed the upgrade. When I did, I could feel myself grow in power. I gained more hearts, grew in size, and I even acquired a newly upgraded laser power. Now Liry Lee won't know what hit him. Suddenly, the ground around me began to shake, and I could tell this was from the Orcala village. I had a gut feeling that things were only getting worse over there for them. I don't have time to waste. The other creatures need me. I took off in flight, ready to save my friends. On days 36 through 39, I arrived back at Orcala village. When I arrived, I found that it had been completely destroyed by the mutant Liry Lee. I scoured the area and noticed Liry Lee causing mayhem while also closing in on Nuclearo Dinosauro and getting ready for the kill. Luckily, I'd arrived just in time to swoop in and get his attention. Hey, over here! The mutant locked its eyes on me instead and readied itself, but this time I was prepared. With my newly upgraded powers, I was now able to fight back much easier against the mutant Liry Lee La. He continued angrily trying to take me down, but even with the hits I took, I was finally starting to get the upper hand. That's enough destruction out of you. With a few more well-placed hits, I was able to defeat Liry Lee's mutant form once and for all, causing him to return back to his normal self.
What happened?
Welcome back! The Omega Brainrot took control of you, but now you're back to normal.
Really? Oh, I feel awful.
Just then, Orcala happily ran up to us.
You saved our village, Bombardiro! Hooray!
I did? It's looking like it's in pretty bad shape.
It's good enough for us. How can we ever repay you?
Well, all you could join the resistance so we can stop the Omega from doing anything like this again.
Sounds good. I'm in.
Me too. Good work, Max. You got a really good team forming here. I knew you could do it.
Thanks, Dinosauro. I couldn't have done it without your training. The two new recruits celebrated a moment before Liry Lee pulled me back to the side to talk.
Hey, I don't know if this is useful or not, but this map I have will take you to my old village where I was brainwashed. It could give you more information on the Omega if you go there.
Liry Lee tossed me the map and I picked it up. Looking at the new lead closely, every bit of info we can get helps. Thanks, Liry Lee. With that, I took to the skies and began following the map. I arrived at the map's location on days 40 through 43. The remains of Liry Lee Brainrot Village was barely recognizable. Jeez, the Omega really did a number on this place. He wiped out every last Liry Lee. I explored the area, searching through the rubble for any clue I could get my hands on. I wasn't having any luck and was just about to give up until I found a strange Brainrot mob sitting alone. Oh, hello?
Wi-Fi signal lost.
Without warning, the creature teleported away to another location nearby. Wait! I did my best to follow the creature as it teleported from place to place. Every time I would get close, he would pop away before I could grab him. Luckily for me, my flying ability made it easier to scout him out from above. I need to trap him somehow. I then spotted a nearby hole in the ground and got an idea. I began leading the teleporting mob towards the hole in the ground until eventually I managed to corner him into it. Nowhere to run now! What do you know?
Wi-Fi signal lost.
To my surprise, he still managed to teleport away, this time leaving the area completely. Dang it! So close! Wait, what's this? I then noticed another map on the ground that the mob must have dropped. I picked it up and inspected it. Maybe the Brainrot mob was trying to tell me something after all. I better check this out. I left the area and quickly followed the new lead. On days 44 through 46, I arrived at the next location to find myself inside of a jungle biome. A jungle? What was that Brainrot mob trying to show me? Suddenly, I heard rustling coming from the trees and Berber Patapim jumped out from the foliage. Something was off though. It seemed he'd been mind controlled.
All will fall in the name of the Omega.
Patapim, snap out of it!
For the Omega, die!
Patapim lashed out at me, hitting me with his new solar beam attacks that he was summoning from the sky above. His mind-controlled state was making him more powerful, and I had to think of something quick if I wanted to halt this fight.
With this power from the Omega Brainrot, you won't be able to stop me.
I used everything in my arsenal to fight back, but it was no use. I was quickly losing the battle. There was no way I could defeat him. A barrage of his power struck me, sending me to the ground. No, Patapim, don't do this!
I'll never stop.
Just as I thought I was done for, a giant melon suddenly surrounded me, protecting me from Patapim's attacks. Is this watermelon?
Crocodillo, you're okay!
I heard a voice coming from the other side of the melon wall as it was broken open to reveal Glorbo Crocodillo, a fellow crocodile brainrot mob standing behind it.
Come with me, before Brr finds us here.
I quickly hopped out of the giant melon and followed Glorbo while we had the chance. I followed Glorbo back to his hideout for the days of 47 to 50. There, I saw some other brainrot mobs gathered around. Chimpanzini Bananini and Trick Track Baraboom were amongst the fruit-based brainrot mobs.
Welcome to the Fruit Crew.
Dude, what is this guy doing here? He's not a fruit like us.
Oh, stop talking, Trick Track. We don't even know what you are.
Okay, touche.
That doesn't matter. What matters is that Bombardiro is going to help us save Patapim.
Let me guess. The Omega has something to do with this.
Yes, ever since the Omega came through, our forest has been acting crazy.
That's because he's being mind-controlled, but I can't seem to get through to him.
Try this. It might help.
Glorbo then hands me a device to try and boost my signal. Hopefully this works. I tried to use the device, but before I could, Berber Patapim walked up in front of us all. We had been discovered by the Omega's henchmen.
Found you.
Berber Patapim then began his approach towards the group for dates 51 to 54, but I intervened just in the nick of time. The battle had commenced, and I used all the upgrades I had to try and defend my friends. Knowing I lost my last fight, I hoped I somehow could get the edge I needed to come out on top against the giant-footed foe. Come on, the real Berber is in there somewhere!
No, I must win for the Omega.
Just then, Berber Patapim started to mutate, just like Liry Lee did before. Thanks to the power of the Omega Brainrot, he turned into an even larger garden beast, who is more powerful than ever. The tree mutant then unleashed his new power, attacking me head-on using a series of leafy vortexes. His new abilities were great, and he was proving to be a formidable foe. Even more so now. I used my abilities to counter, only for him to hit me with large roots that shot out of the ground. I held my own as best I could with my lasers while Patapim continued his onslaught. Unfortunately, he was proving to be far too resilient. This is getting bad. I need to find a way to turn the table. I then noticed the Patapim avoiding fire that was underneath him, which gave me an idea on how to win this fight. Hey, Broccoli Head! Follow me over here! I then flew up into the sky and towards the nearby tree to then begin firing my flaming bullets onto the jungle floor and onto the trees, setting the entire place ablaze.
What are you doing? My power!
Berber was being consumed by the flames and was starting to lose energy. He was falling in defeat. Thanks to the flames I created, Berber Patapim began shrinking back to his normal self. When he was uncorrupted, I led him back to the Fruit Crew.
Thanks for saving us.
Yeah, but he burnt down our home in the process. What the heck?
You guys are welcome to join the resistance. We're trying to stop the Omega Brainrot.
Count me in. Anyone who messes with my head is going to pay for it.
Trick Track then approached me to speak with me individually with some important news.
Hey, I have a buddy that might be able to help you. He lives down by the watering hole.
Are you sure he's gonna be helpful?
Trust me. Do I look like a liar to you? Actually, don't answer that.
Alright, I'll check it out. It's the least I can do. I then left the Fruit Crew in search of the watering hole Trick Track was talking about. For days 55 to 57, I arrived at the watering hole I was told about by Trick Track, where I found Trippy Tropy Tropa Trippa. Are you the friend Trick Track Baraboom told me about?
A Bombardiro Crocodillo? Back off! His hole is mine!
I don't want your fish, dude. I was told you can help me.
I can't help you right now. I'm looking for my body.
You have a body, though.
Not my true one, though. Haven't you thought it was weird we look like this? Where are my fins? Why do I have feet?
Dude, my body's a plane. This is just how we are.
Well, I won't accept it. Make yourself useful or get lost.
Fine, I'll help you fish up a new body. I then used a fishing pole to cast a line into the watering hole. Soon, I pulled up my first catch. It was another brainrot mob, Bri Bikus Dikus.
Hey, I was sleeping. What gives?
Whoops, sorry.
Nerve of some people.
The creature left and I continued to fish, but the only loot I was able to pull after a few moments of trying were some old leather boots. This is useless.
More like delicious. Give me that.
Trippy then gobbled up the boots as fast as he could.
Yummy.
That was disgusting. I threw my line back into the water, and after only a few seconds, I finally got a big bite. This one was so strong, I couldn't pull it out of the water yet. This has to be something good. Come on out! After some pulling and using all of my strength, I pulled up my catch to the surface, only to find that it was Trollamero, with his eyes glowing bright purple.
All will join the Omega!
I braced myself for battle as Trollamero attacked me, knocking me back. On days 58 to 61, the mind-controlled Trollamero and I charged at each other, both landing a heavy blow onto one another. He had a powerful hairball explosive that did a good amount of damage, as well as a retracting anchor he kept using to knock me around. I did my best to retaliate with my Crocodillo powers, occasionally hitting him with my Gatling gun and laser blasts, but it was as if he could predict my every move as he was able to dodge most of my attacks. The Catfish then began hurtling loads of explosive furballs in my direction and I had no choice but to dodge. I attempted to fly high into the sky, but the cat used its anchor powers to latch onto me, sending me back to the ground. When he had me pinned, he slashed back, keeping me on the ground completely.
You will fall to the power of the Omega Brainrot.
No way will a catfish like you stop me! I tried to hit the catfish with another laser beam attack, but Trollamero dodged and dove back into the water.
Hang on, I can help.
Suddenly, Trippy threw something into the water. It was an orb of electricity. The shock spread throughout the water, electrifying Trollamero and forcing him out of it.
Now!
While Trollamero was still in shock, I rushed over and struck him with my aerial assault power. Such a great blow while he was down knocked him out of his mind control. His eyes turned regular and his body shrunk back to his normal size.
Now that you're back to normal, give me my body!
Wait, what? This is how I've always looked.
Look at my face! This fish head belongs on a fish body!
Alright, break it up, you two. I think we can all agree on one thing. The real thief is the Omega Brainrot. He's stealing all of our powers.
Yeah, and he mind-controlled me.
How about you two join the resistance? We could use some more hands.
Fine, but there better be free food at the base.
Come with me. I'll take you there. I returned to the newly refurbished resistance base with my allies on days 62 through 64. There, I saw all of the colorful Brainrot characters I had gathered up to join my cause so far. Wow, I haven't seen this place in a while, but it's booming.
Bombardiro, the resistance is stronger than ever thanks to you.
I'm just doing what my parents would have wanted, but this isn't over yet. I still need to find the last two Crocodillo artifacts.
With your new strength, I'm sure it'll be no problem.
I wouldn't be so confident.
Just then, the Omega Brainrot arrived at the resistance camp, looming over everyone there, including myself.
Finally, I've located the little resistance I've heard so much about.
Leave my friends alone!
Oh yeah? Are you going to stop me? You're still missing Crocodillo artifacts. Without all of them, you'll lose.
He's right! We need to run!
No, I'm not risking the others after everything we did to rebuild. It's me you want, right? Take me, but leave them alone.
No! You can't!
You know what? I'm feeling generous today. Fine, but you're my prisoner now.
The Omega Brainrot then shot a beam from his trunk, aimed right behind me. You missed, idiot.
I wasn't aiming for you.
Behind me then appeared a portal that forced me into it with its gravity, separating me from my allies. On days 65 to 76, I woke up inside of a cage that I could only assume was the Omega Brainrot's secret lair.
Welcome to my domain. How are you liking your new living quarters?
So this is where you've been hiding. Why are you doing all of this? The other Brainrot mobs never hurt you.
Because it's my destiny. For as long as I can remember, I've had an insatiable hunger for power. I would watch the other Brainrot mobs frolic freely, but I only ever wanted one thing. I wanted their powers all for myself, so I could take what was mine.
It's not your power!
Shut up, I'm speaking. By day 100, I'll reach my full power. And when I do, I'll consume the entire world. Every brain rot creature that lives here will be controlled by me.
But we're all our own selves. You can't control us.
You pay for that little outburst.
The Omega Brainrot then prepared to attack. But before he could, I noticed a weak point in the cage. I used my laser beam onto it, causing the cage to break, setting myself free. I'm out of here. See ya, freak!
Sound the alarms! Don't let that crocodillo escape!
For the days of 68 to 72, I was flying for my life in the facility, in search of a way to escape. I tried to break through the ceiling with my powers, but it was reinforced with unbreakable alloys. Well, that didn't work. I should have known he wouldn't just let me fly out of here. I had to find another way out. I continued flying through the building when I spotted a very interesting little platypus. However, it got sealed away before I could take a better look at it. Did you see that? Rewatch at 0.25 speed and try to spot the secret. I kept moving until soon I managed to find an exit. But just my luck, the door was being closed as I was rushing towards it. Here goes nothing! Full speed ahead! I went as fast as I could, but when I was about to reach the exit, I stopped. There was something holding me back. I couldn't leave yet. I can sense something here. Can it be? I looked inside the room next to me and saw what was stopping me. Is that? It was another one of Crocodillo's artifacts locked up in another room. That monster! He stole the artifact when I wasn't looking! The exit door was now closed, and I only had one option left. I can't leave without the artifact. I have to risk it all. I now had a new mission, to get the artifact sealed inside the next room. On days 73 to 75, I arrived in the room of the Omega Brainrot's base, with the Crocodillo artifact close at hand. However, I could see that the artifact was sealed behind a case. Out of my way! I tried to open the case with brute force, but it didn't budge a bit. Just then, I noticed a bunch of different signs lined up across the room. Behind them were items scattered around. Looks like this is a puzzle. I bet these items are associated with different Brainrot mobs. I just need to match the correct ones. I read the first sign to see how to beat the puzzle. I am a master of both land and sea. What am I? Oh, this is easy. Trololero is a land shark. I then grabbed the shark item and placed it down beside the sign. Just then, a pleasant ding indicated that I had gotten it right. Nice. Next clue. I'm what someone orders at a cafe, but I also bring the entertainment. What am I? That has to be Ballerina Cappuccina. I flew over and grabbed the coffee item and placed it over the sign. Yes, I got that one right too. Last one. I swim through the swamps and fly through the air. What am I? Hey, that one's me. I then hopped into the hole next to the sign. I had gotten all 3 questions correct. Go Max! The case around the upgrade then disappeared, and I was able to quickly grab it. When doing so, I gained 5 hearts, increased size, and a new power to go along with my defenses. Whoa, this is awesome! Suddenly, a terrifying Brainrot guard then ran into the room.
You're not going anywhere!
I was locked in combat with the Toilet Crocodillo for the days of 76 to 79. We fought with everything we had, trying to break the other. What are you doing? You're a crocodile like me!
I was built by the Omega to stop you! You'll never escape this place.
He then used his surprise attack on me, trying to finish me off for good. He was strong, but his power wasn't enough thanks to my new upgrade. I fired back with my anchor power upgrade, hoping that my new strength would be enough. But unfortunately for me, I couldn't defeat him so easily.
You fool! You'll never crack my toilet armor!
I then looked around the room and spotted an electrical device. This gave me a brilliant idea. I think you're about to have a shocking revelation. I then knocked the Toilet Crocodillo into the device, stunning him with the help of the water in his bowl and the electricity from the device.
No, it can't be!
The better croc will always win. I struck the beast down, taking him out of his misery. In his wake, he left nothing but a key. Wait, this could be my ticket out of this place. I then heard something in the distance. There were more reinforcements on their way through the halls. I wasted no time and rushed back to the exit of the facility. Using the key, I opened the exit door, and just like that, I was now leaving the prison. I then flew to safety as fast as I could. This is more serious than I thought. If the Omega plans to take over the world, I have to find the last upgrade and stop him before it's too late. I returned to the base and regrouped my allies on days 80 through 83. Tung Tung rushed up to me, excited to see I'd survived.
Bombardiro, you were able to escape!
That's right. It'll take more than that to stop me. but things are worse than I realized. I began explaining what I'd learned from my time trapped with the Omega. My allies listened intently as I went over the details of how the Omega was planning to take over the world.
That's awful. It sounds like you're going to need to get even stronger.
Yeah, but without a lead on the last Crocodillo artifact, I won't be able to upgrade again anytime soon. I don't want to waste any more time.
I know a Brainrot mob that takes training very seriously. He might be able to help you.
Let's try it. I'm gonna need all the help I can get. Tung Tung then dropped down a map for me to grab, showing me the way to the mysterious Brainrot mob. I left my friend and made my way to a training park, where I found one of the members of the Fruit Club, a muscular orange named Uden Din Din Dun who was in the middle of aura farming.
How did you find me? Wait, you're that guy who destroyed our club's meetup spot.
Well, it wasn't me who did that.
That place was lame anyway, so whatever. What do you want?
Tung Tung Sahur sent me. He said you could help make me stronger.
It won't be easy with those puny muscles.
Hey, I like my wings.
It's alright. Nothing is too challenging for Undin Din Din Din. It's time to get swole.
I began days 84 to 86, ready to train with Uden Din Din Dun.
Alright, your first trial is to clear these boulders that have been cluttering up my property.
With my bombs, this shouldn't take long. I use my explosions to blast each boulder to smithereens.
Not bad, but there's still more work to be done. How about you gather that fruit out of my tree? It's too tall for me to reach.
Sure. I went over to the tree that he was referring to and started to knock some of the fruit off of it. I then gathered it up and returned it to my new trainer.
Yeah, these will make a fine pie.
Pie?
I mean, energy drink for your training. Time for challenge 3.
He then led me to another portion of his training park. There, I braced myself for what very well may be my toughest challenge yet.
Alright, you're going to build me a house.
Heck yeah! Wait. Am I just doing your chores?
No.
Then, out of nowhere, a mind-controlled Tata Sahur landed in the area and attacked us both with a vicious power, knocking us back in shock.
That's your real trial. Beat that guy.
On it. I started to square up against Tata Sahur, who had a powerful beam attack. I had no choice but to give it all I had and use all of my firepower. But even with my attacks, Tata was relentless and wanted nothing more but to knock me out of the sky. I was about to land a huge earth-destroying attack when Uden called out and interrupted us.
Hey, watch it. You're gonna mess up my place.
Dude, I think we have bigger problems. My trainer then got the attention of Tata Sahur, giving me the opening I needed. I rammed into him, snapping the teapot mob out of his trance. When he came back to, he then shrunk back to normal size.
Ow, my head!
Everything will be all right.
That's right. All thanks to me.
You? You're a fraud, dude.
Nuh-uh. I taught you everything you know.
Suddenly, there was a massive attack sent down onto Uden Din Din, killing him instantly. I looked up only to find the Omega Brainrot dropping down from the sky. He had found me once again.
I'm not trapping you this time. I'm killing you. Just like I should have done from the start.
I wasted no time and ran as fast as I could, while the Omega swiftly chased after me. I flew away as fast as I could between days 90 and 92, whilst the Omega Brainrot pursued closely behind. I desperately soared through the skies, and the Omega attempted to strike me down with his trunk laser attacks. I used evasive maneuvers to avoid the damage, but I think something nearby wasn't as lucky. Did you see what that was? If you missed it, rewind the video and play it back at 0.25 speed. Let me know down in the comments below.
You can't outrun me, Bombardiro. I'll always find you.
I'm not losing this fight. The other Brainrot mobs are relying on me.
Oh, like Tata Sahur.
I stopped in my tracks. I had completely forgotten about him. Now, the Omega had him cornered. Sir, no!
Run, it's not worth it.
I was frozen with indecision. Do I try and save Tata Sahur, or should I abandon him for the greater good?
That hesitation is all I needed.
The Omega seized the opportunity and landed a critical strike onto Tata Sahur. No! I tried to flee the area to not let Tata die in vain, but Omega had his sights on me.
I've got you now.
He blasted his trunk laser as I soared, managing to clip my wings and sending me towards the ground. I then made an emergency landing on a dense island. Where am I? Walking along the beach and towards me were a pair of strange-looking Brainrot mobs. Who are these guys? It was days 93 to 95, and I walked up to the unfamiliar Brainrot mobs. Like myself, they too had military hardware.
Looks like another creature crash-landed on our island.
It's okay. We're both failures too.
Who are you calling a failure? I just need one more upgrade to stop the Omega Brainrot.
It's okay. We used to think a lot like you too until we were stranded here.
It's true. After so many failed attempts, we just had to give up. And by the looks of your wing, you'll have to give up too.
I tried to take off, but my wing was far too damaged to do so.
See? It's pointless.
That's no way to think. Can you even really call yourselves military brainrot mobs with attitudes like that?
Hey! I totally am military material. My body is a tank.
Then I want to see you two act like it. Brainrot mobs like us should stick together, not tear each other down.
He makes a good point.
All right, fine. Then what are we supposed to do? We've tried everything.
Actually, there is that one thing.
No, don't even mention that. It's what broke our spirits in the first place.
On the other side of the island, there's a Crocodillo upgrade, but it's sealed away. No one has been able to open it.
I want you to take me there.
Are you sure?
I'll do anything to stop the Omega. If it even has a chance of getting us off this island, I have to try. The duo led me along a path deeper into the island. On days 96 through 98, I followed the pair of military brainrot mobs to an open area on the island. There, in some sort of shrine, the last final piece of the puzzle in my quest was sealed away in a reliquary. There it is! The upgrade has been here the whole time!
Don't get too excited. That upgrade vault isn't going to budge.
Come on, you guys must have some tricks up your sleeve.
We've done everything we can to try and crack it.
It's true. Not even my explosion can free it. We both thought we were failures as military brainrot mobs.
Well, let me give it a try. I'm Bombardiro Crocodillo after all. Upon interacting with it, I felt my mind drift away from me and I was sent into a vision. There I was, floating in the middle of nowhere, and I was a kid again. What is this place? A representation of my inner consciousness?
Son? Is that really you?
That voice. I turned around and saw two very familiar faces. Mom! Dad! A bittersweet feeling welled up in my engine room, bringing a tear to my eye.
Hey, sport! How are you doing?
Good!
We're so happy to see you. Your journey's almost complete.
I know. I've missed you two so much. It's been 97 days, and I've come so incredibly far. But
what?
But what if the last power-up isn't enough? What if the Omega defeats me too?
He won't. He lacks something you have. A good heart.
We love you. Claim the artifact and win this war so that we may finally know peace.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Don't worry, I won't let you two down. I returned to reality and found that the artifact was freed. As I finally touched it, I felt my body surge with new power. My wings were restored and my strength grew immensely.
Whoa! How did you?
You could say it's a gift from my parents.
We'll follow you till the ends of the earth, mighty brainrot.
That's not necessary. But you two can join the resistance instead.
Oh, well, that works too.
Lead the way.
I departed the island with the duo and set a course for the rebellion camp, where the final preparations would begin. On day 99, my new allies and I arrived back at the Brainrot camp where the rest of the rebellion was waiting. Looks like we got a good roster here.
I'm ready to fight, boss.
Whoa, dude, you're swole now.
I save it for moments like this.
Bombardiro, you did it! You found all the Crocodillo artifacts!
That's right! The Omega Brainrot isn't ready for what's about to hit him.
Are you sure it'll be enough? He has the power of all of our people combined.
Trust me, bro.
But
listen up. Everyone needs to hear this. All the mobs I recruited over the past 98 days listened up as they waited for me to speak. All right, everyone. I know you're scared of what's to come. The Omega Brainrot is a worthy foe. It would be foolish to take him lightly. He possesses the power of every Brainrot mob in existence. But we have something that he doesn't. We have each other. And because of that, I know we'll win. The rallying celebration was cut short, however, as the ground beneath us shook. I heard the sound of heavy footfalls approaching.
Dear God, he's found us!
Let's give this guy a good butt whooping!
I need you all to stay here where it's safe. This is my battle to take on. If any more of you got hurt on my account, I would never forgive myself.
Okay.
Wait, you're going to need all the help you can get. Take this. from all of us.
Tung Tung Sahur handed me one final upgrade. It powered me up by granting 10 more hearts to sustain more damage. Whoa! Where'd you get this?
It's something all of us Brainrot creatures worked on together. Now the Omega Brainrot isn't the only mob with the power of all of us.
Thanks, everyone. When this is over, we'll reclaim this world and make it a place where everyone is free to rot their brains on YouTube Shorts and TikToks. And so I took to the skies, prepared to face my destiny and the one who started all of this. Finally, on day 100, I flew to meet the Omega Brainrot on the field of battle.
Well, if it isn't the little creature that got away, what brings you out here all alone?
You wanna know? I'm here because this war is over. If you don't surrender now, you can do so on your knees instead.
Such insolence! I'll never listen to an insignificant brainrot mob like you. You'll always be incomplete. Your powers belong to me, and so does the rest of this world.
You're wrong. This world belongs to all of us. Despite our differences, it is the right of every person to live free from tyranny.
What a foolish way of thinking. If you won't listen to reason, then I'll just do what I should have done from the start.
The Omega lunged forward and I braced myself for his offensive. He used his overwhelming brainrot strength on me, proving quickly that he truly was the strongest foe I had ever faced. Were it not for the new boost of hearts I just received, I wouldn't have been able to endure his hits. You're not the only one with the power of multiple creatures. My friends helped me prepare for this battle, and they're gonna win this for me. I unleashed the full extent of my powers on the Omega Brainrot. It hit him directly, dealing significant damage. We traded blows back and forth. It was anyone's fight.
No, I can't lose to the likes of you.
The jaws of his Trollolero arm clamped down onto me. After it hit, I was slow to react further, but something was wrong. What's happening to me? What did you do?
If you won't join me, then perhaps I'll split the difference and join you.
What? Lightning began to strike, and I suddenly started transforming into a baby land shark. But I wasn't gonna let that stop me. I still had one trick up my sleeve. I could turn all my energy inward and self-destruct. I'm gonna risk it all and self-destruct for everyone.
You fool! You'll kill us both!
That's the point.
No!
I condensed all of my brainrot power within me, causing me to self-destruct, taking the Omega down at the cost of my own life. There I laid upon the ground, fatally wounded and slowly dying. But soon, a mysterious figure approached me. You? What are you doing here?
Your story doesn't end here. You will carry on in a new form.
Huh? My mom and dad were watching over me as the rest of my people lived together in harmony.
Welcome to the world, son. We're so happy you're here.
Suddenly, bombs began to fall from the sky as a terrifying nuclear crocodile jet flew overhead. It was none other than the Omega Bombardiro Crocodillo.
Finally, I found you all. I will eradicate the land sharks and win this war.
The sky turned dark as the Omega Crocodillo unleashed his nuclear might onto my people, killing them in cold blood.
Max, run!
I listened to my dad, using my Trollolero legs to evade the incoming attacks from the sky. But I was just a baby. I couldn't keep this up much longer.
You can try to run, but you won't be able to withstand my nuclear attack.
The Omega Crocodillo unleashed his ultimate beam attack, and me and my people were completely helpless.
Max, over here, quick!
Just then, I spotted my mom calling out to me. I ran towards her to find a small bunker big enough to hold only one of us.
Hide here. It's the only way. You're the last hope for our people.
But what about you and Dad?
It's too late for us. Find Tung Tung Sahur. He will help you. We love you, son.
Before I could argue, they hurried me into the shelter just as the Omega Crocodillo unleashed his nuke attack. I watched in horror as my people and family were eliminated. Mom! Dad! No! Once the dust had settled, I emerged as the lone survivor, but the damage had already been done. I can't let their deaths be in vain. I need to find Tung Tung Sahur.
One of you slipped through my fingers? We can't have that.
Suddenly, the Omega Crocodillo flew overhead. I quickly dove into the nearby ocean to escape as the monstrous jet flew after me. On day 2, I swam through the water as the Omega Crocodillo dropped aerial attacks from the sky above. The ocean had been overrun with Crocodillo mines. One touch from them would instantly kill something small like me, so I had to be careful. I did my best to swim through the obstacles, but the Omega refused to back down. He continued dropping more bombs, blowing up objects around me. As the blasts erupted all around me, I spotted something strange in the water, but I was forced to keep swimming. Did you see that? There are loads of other secrets hidden throughout the video. Try to find them all.
You're fast, but you won't be able to avoid this.
Just then, the Omega Crocodillo unleashed a laser attack onto one of the mines near me, causing it to explode. Luckily, I managed to find cover before all the mines exploded. When the dust settled, a new path had opened before me. Now's my chance! I need to get away! I swam through the path and emerged on the other side, to find myself inside of a town that was under attack by one of the Omega Crocodillo's crocodile men.
All supporters of the land sharks will be killed!
Just then, I spotted Tung Tung Sahur fighting off the enemy with a wooden bat.
You won't destroy my home, you foul beast!
Is that Tung Tung Sahur? The one my dad told me about? I need to help him. The Crocodillo Combatente came in hot at Tung Tung Sahur, but I managed to protect him with my Tralalero shark jaws.
Wait, are you Tralalero Tralala? You're alive!
The crocodile began to fight the two of us, but even as a team, we were no match for his strength. We fought with all of our might, using Tung Tung's wooden bat and my shark jaws, though both were ineffective against his thick alligator scales. The monster kept firing back with his laser attack, along with his mighty roar. Luckily, just as all hope seemed lost, Tung Tung had one final trick up his sleeve. He wound up his bat and unleashed a whirlwind swing. He hit him again and again, knocking the enemy into a trap.
This puny trap won't hold me for long!
Come with me, little one. We don't have much time.
And with that, Tung Tung Sahur and I fled deeper into the village to hide from the Crocodillo threat. On day 3, Tung Tung Sahur took me into one of the houses in town, allowing us to hide out from the boss for now. So, Tung Tung, who are you exactly? And how did you know my name?
I'm a member of the Brainrot Resistance. We want to take down the Crocodillo army, and you're the key to doing it.
Tung Tung flipped a switch in the room, revealing an incredible new shoe upgrade. What are those?
These sneakers will grant you great power. Put them on. They'll only fit you.
I put on the new upgrade, causing my body itself to change completely. I grew bigger and stronger in size, and sprouted another leg made for running. I was now an adult Tralalero Tralala, with 5 more hearts and new amazing powers. Whoa, I feel way stronger.
As you should. Find the other Brainrot mobs and gather their tech. It's the only way you'll be able to defeat the Omega Crocodillo and his men.
Suddenly, the wall collapsed as the Crocodillo boss broke into the building. We had been discovered.
No more hiding!
I don't want to. I'm gonna fight. I charged forward, using my new powers to take on the crocodile enemy. The two of us clashed, trading heavy blows. But thanks to my new upgrade, I was putting up a fight. This foe was no joke though, and he still got some good hits in. Despite his strength, the enemy went down. But as he did, he sent a flare shooting up into the air. What the? What did you do?
You may have defeated me, but the boss is on his way.
He died, but it was too late. We could see Omega Crocodillo flying in to come and finish us off.
You need to go!
Tung Tung Sahur used another switch to reveal an alternate path.
Take this passage and find one known as Chimpanzina Bananini. Good luck!
Chimpanzini. Got it. I hurried ahead down the path, determined to find Chimpanzini before it was too late. On days 4 through 7, I arrived on the other side of the passage to find myself now in a jungle biome. Tung Tung said to find Chimpanzini, but where could he be? Suddenly, I was hit with a blast of fire as some Crocodillo minions flew in after me.
There's the shark. Blast him.
I did my best to fight back, but they were hard to hit from the ground. I couldn't get a clean shot. It's no use. I'm not gonna make it. Just as I thought I was done for, a strange monkey creature jumped down onto the treetops above, striking my enemies with a fruit juice splash.
Mayday! Mayday! We're going down!
With the crocs destroyed, my new ally dropped from the treetops and landed in front of me.
So, Tralalero found his way into my jungle.
You must be Chimpanzini Banana Nini. Thanks for the help back there. But I need to keep getting stronger. Where can I find the next upgrade?
It's locked away inside of a temple, but only a land shark is able to get it.
Then leave it to me. I'll head there now. Suddenly, an attack flew out towards me. I couldn't see where it was from, but it was clear that we were being hunted.
Hurry, looks like something is on your tail. Get out of here.
Using my land shark speed, I parted ways with Chimpanzini and began looking for the next upgrade. I thought I had finally outrun the threat, only for a giant tree man to drop down in front of me, stopping me in my tracks.
Sorry, Trollalero. This is for your own good.
Without warning, the leaf-covered giant attacked me. On days 8 through 10, I was duking it out with Berber Patapim. You long-nosed spruce, what's the matter with you? He used his earth-smashing attacks to try and strike me down, throwing terrain at me as well as shaking the ground around us. But I fought back with my own shark powers, trying to keep him at bay. Why are you attacking me? You're a brain rot mob too. He approached me with a mournful expression.
You won't understand. Just go down quietly.
Berber Patapim lumbered towards me with a crushing attack, but I managed to dodge it and land a clean hit for big damage. He stumbled back, and I took the chance to try and reason with him. Please, we don't have to fight. Aren't we on the same side? The massive tree man rose back up, shaking off the impact.
The Omega Crocodillo is too powerful. I joined him so he wouldn't kill me instead. You have to die.
Berber Patapim threw down a nuclear potion, causing him to mutate into something completely new. You fool! What have you done? He was now infused with the power of the Omega Crocodillo.
Prepare to taste my true strength.
Oh boy! Berber Patapim used his new radioactive powers. I could feel my skin burn from his nuclear liquid. I was no match for his nuclear-powered state. This isn't looking good.
Submit before I do something you'll regret.
I was out of options. Well, now that you're giving me the chance. I ran for my life as Berber Patapim chased behind me. On days 11 through 14, I was being chased through the jungle when I spotted the temple that Chimpanzini told me about. There it is. I need that upgrade. It's the only way out of this. I ran inside of the structure to escape Berber Patapim, only for the door to seal shut behind me. I was trapped inside. Looks like the only way out of here now is forward. I turned around, and before me was a large pool of water that was surging with electricity. I can't touch that while it's being zapped. I'll have to time this just right. I waited for the electricity to stop and dove into the water, swimming as fast as I could. Soon, it began to kick back up. I leapt out of the water and onto a platform just as the electricity zapped through the dangerous waters. I dodged and weaved through the electric surges until the other side was just in reach, but I was running out of time. Just a little more. I'm almost there. I leapt out of the water and managed to make it to the other side of the area before the electricity surged again. The upgrade should be just ahead. I better keep moving. I pressed onwards into the next room where the next shoe upgrade Chimpanzini told me about was waiting. However, before I could take it, Berber Patapim dropped down in front of me.
I found you. Nowhere to run now, Trollalero.
On days 15 through 17, I was fighting it out with Berber Patapim as I desperately tried to reach the next upgrade. I knew without it I couldn't win, but the Titan wouldn't stand down.
Give up. You can't defeat me.
Gotta think of something, fast! If I couldn't beat him, I had to trick him. Oh look! It's Bombardiro Crocodillo! Look, Berber totally failed to kill me!
What? No, I didn't do that. He's lying.
While Berber turned his back to me, I took my chance to run ahead and snag the next shoe upgrade. My body once again underwent a powerful transformation, causing me to grow even bigger and stronger than before. I gained incredible armor, 5 hearts, and even a new laser attack.
No! I've been had!
Take this! I unleashed my new Trollalero laser onto the enemy, overwhelming him with my power. I was able to strike down the mutated monster for good. I didn't have long to rest, however, as the Omega Crocodillo destroyed the ceiling over my head.
You may have gotten stronger, but that won't stop me.
The Omega prepared his finishing move. Just as I thought I was done for, Chimpanzini ran in, taking the hit in my place. Chimpanzini!
Run, before it's too late!
My brave ally let out one final attack at Bombardiro's eyes, before succumbing to his wounds and dying.
It burns! I can't see! Mark my words, Land Shark. I will destroy you once I can see again!
I stood in shock as my greatest adversary flew away. First my people, now the other brainrot mobs? The Omega Crocodillo has to be stopped! Just then, I spotted a chest in the corner. Inside was a note advertising a dance studio and a map pointing towards another location. What's this doing here? It must be a clue from Chimpanzini. Determined to make things right, I followed the map in hopes of reaching another upgrade soon. On days 18 through 21, after a long trek, I arrived at the location marked on the map to find the dance studio. When I walked through the doors, I looked ahead and saw a strange cup person performing on the stage.
Oh, could it be? The last land shark has found my studio!
Wow, those are some sweet moves.
Thanks! I have to keep training to be the best of the best. Now, let's get to business. Tung Tung told me to expect you.
Oh, cool. Then you know where I can get the next upgrade?
If you find all the parts on this list, I can finish building it for you. I can't do it without the help of a land shark.
Cappuccina handed me the list and I quickly set off to search for the parts for my next upgrade. After some exploring, I found myself face to face with a sprawling molten magma block field. And right in the middle, shielded by glass, was the first part. Touching that would be bad news. It'll burn right through my shoes. I used my Trollolero agility to jump from platform to platform, evading the burning blocks below. Luckily, I made it to the other side where the artifact was being kept in a container. Finders keepers. I tried to break the glass, but it was reinforced. I couldn't get through. How am I supposed to get in there? I then spotted an empty bucket near some lava and had a brilliant idea. I filled the bucket with lava and poured it over the glass. I hope this works. The glass melted from the lava, and all that was left was the artifact. Sometimes my genius even amazes me. I grabbed the first part and continued to search for the next few. The second part was at the bottom of the ocean in a shipwreck. However, since I was a shark, I was able to swim through the water, but I couldn't fit inside the ship. Maybe I just need to make a bigger opening. I used my powers to break the ship apart, giving me a larger entrance. Easy peasy. I swam into the ship and grabbed the piece I was needing. Just one more to go. I re-emerged onto land where the final part was waiting for me, just in front of a jungle. I started to rush over to it. However, before I could grab the piece, I was ambushed by some sort of coffee cup assassin.
Nobody works with my nemesis and gets away with it.
Nemesis? Do you mean Cappuccina? What? Do you have competing coffee shops?
Silence, you fool!
I braced myself as the caffeine-filled assassin struck down onto me with his blades. For days 22 to 25, I was retaliating against Cappuccino Assassino's attacks with my open abilities, as well as dodging his blows the best I could. I opened with a volley of icicles and tried to soften him up with my mounted laser cannon. He kept using his swords to try and slice me to bits, and unfortunately for me, he was able to push me away. This was all so he could distract me as he grabbed the final part I was looking for. Oh no you don't! I started to chase after the assassin, and thanks to my Trollolero legs and shoes, I was able to match his speed perfectly. After a bit of running, I was able to corner the beverage in the jungle. Start talking! Who are you? Why are you doing all this?
I'm Cappuccino Assassino, Ballerina Cappuccina's ultimate rival.
Rival? I thought you were, you know, an item.
Ha! As if I could ever be with such a cold beverage. Ever since I was a young coffee, I wanted to prove myself to the other kids, so she told me to enter the school's talent show. Ballerina Cappuccina's dancing captured the attention of everyone. I thought this was finally my chance to fit in. But when it was my turn to show off my assassin skills, all of the other kids laughed at me. It was a total embarrassment. I have never forgiven her since that day, and anyone who works with her now is the enemy.
I think she was trying to help you. It must have been a misunderstanding.
No way! She's evil, I tell you! Evil!
Before I could fully convince him to end his grudge and join my cause, the Omega Crocodillo flew overhead.
Looks like things are heating up here. I think it's time we have some fun.
The Omega Crocodillo then blasted Cappuccino with an attack, mutating him into a monster before flying off into the sky.
Must destroy all land sharks.
Uh-oh. I then braced myself as the newly empowered nuclear Cappuccino Assassino started slicing me with his radioactive blades. On days 26 through 28, I was locked in combat with Cappuccino Assassino. His strength was overwhelming, and his attacks came faster than before. His new powers burned straight through my armor. Each hit left deep, searing damage. This is bad. I can't defeat him as I am now. I fired my laser to stagger him just long enough for me to escape into cover. I had to find a way out of this mess.
I know you're out there, Tralalero. I'll find you.
I moved quietly through the jungle as he searched for me, but I stayed out of sight. If only I could get the final part from him. But how? Just then, I spotted a large magnet sitting on top of a ruined portal in the jungle. It gave me an idea. Maybe I can use that to get the part from Assassino. Before I could grab it though, the assassin spotted me and blocked my path to the magnet.
Running from our duel, land shark? You are a coward.
I am a land shark. What if I try to swim in the land itself? I dove into the ground using my shark powers, swimming through the earth around the assassin. As I moved closer towards the magnet, the assassin tried to swing at me, but it had no effect.
What trickery is this?
Soon, I was able to reach my goal and activate the device. The magnet ripped the final part I was missing from Cappuccino's inventory, and I managed to snag it for myself. Haha! Got it!
Hey, give that back!
The enemy charged forward, but before he could attack, I dove into the ground once more, tunneling down deep. I then emerged back next to the beach from earlier. I caught the last part! Now I need to reach Ballerina Cappuccina before it's too late. I jumped into the water as the beverage ninja hurried to the shoreline, calling out after me.
This isn't the last you have seen of me, land shark.
Sheesh, that guy needs to get a hobby. I swam through the ocean, determined to get that shoe upgrade now that I had completed Ballerina Cappuccina's quest. On days 29 through 32, I returned to the studio where I found Ballerina Cappuccina waiting for me.
Did you get all of the parts?
Yes, but you need to work fast. Cappuccino Assassino has been corrupted.
Oh no! Assassino! Omega Crocodillo got to him! We have to hurry!
I handed over the artifact pieces and followed her as she rushed over to her workstation. She didn't waste a second and hurriedly worked on the next shoe upgrade. After some tinkering, she handed it over to me, allowing me to finally reach my next form. I grew even more powerful and bigger in size. My health shot up to a total of 20 hearts, and I obtained new land shark powers. Before we could celebrate, Cappuccino Assassino arrived on the scene ready to fight.
You're sushi now!
Assassino, no!
Despite Cappuccina's pleas, Assassino lunged at me, but I was ready. My new powers gave me the edge I needed to fight back. I unleashed my new abilities onto Cappuccino, overwhelming him with my sonic shark attack. After a brutal battle, I finally defeated him, returning him back to his normal self.
Cappuccino, are you okay?
Cappuccina, have you come to mock me like when we were little bambinos?
Oh, Assassino, I'm so sorry for what happened at that talent show. For what it's worth, I thought you were the coolest one there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. In fact, I always thought you were kinda hot.
Nani? Guys, I think there's bigger problems going on outside. We looked outside and saw that snow had begun to fall, turning the area into an icy snowscape. It was so cold, the studio was starting to freeze over.
The Omega must be toying with the weather. Frigo Camelo would know what to do. He's in the desert biome.
Then I'll go look for him before things get worse. You two gonna be alright here? I looked over to see Cappuccina and Assassino canoodling, which I took as my sign to leave. I left the studio and headed towards the desert, hoping to find Frigo Camelo before it was too late. On days 33 through 35, I reached the desert only to find it frozen solid. The world around us was completely out of control. What's going on here?
Trallalero!
Just then, Frigo Camello appeared, running straight to me.
The Omega's nuclear activity is causing the biomes to go haywire. I need the power of a land shark to fix this place. Come with me.
I followed Frigo's lead where he took me to the next shoe upgrade, but it was trapped inside thick ice.
Oh no, it's frozen.
I have an idea. Stand back. I fired the laser on my back straight into the ice, but the cold was too strong. As hard as I tried, it wouldn't melt. This thing isn't budging. We need to thaw the desert first if we're gonna get that upgrade. Before we could figure out what to do next, an ice attack hit Frigo Camello out of nowhere, freezing him solid. The cactus elephant Liry Lee charged in, but something was wrong. His once green body was now frozen solid, corrupted by the power of the Omega Crocodillo's nuclear ice.
Everything will freeze!
The corrupted Liry Lee struck me, pushing me back. He then struck the ground with his giant feet, causing the snow and sand beneath me to collapse. I fell into a deep, icy chasm. On days 36 through 39, I landed hard at the bottom of the chasm. Thankfully, my Trallalero shoes absorbed the impact, allowing me to survive the fall damage, but I was still very badly hurt. Unfortunately, I had no time to rest. The ground shook beneath me, and I quickly found a place to hide as Liry Lee walked into the area.
Come out and die, land shark.
I'm being hunted. I need to get out of here. I waited for Liry Lee to take a turn into a nearby tunnel, and I continued deeper into the cavern. But the place was treacherous. I was soon met with a massive gap in the ground with nothing but icy platforms to cross over them. I leapt from one platform to the next, inching closer towards the exit. One mistake and I could slip off to my death. The exit should be getting close. I can feel it. The cavern shook again, sending deadly icicles crashing down over my head. I continued jumping to each platform to avoid the sharp ice from falling on me. But soon, I ran into a dead end. Using quick thinking, I blasted the icicle with my laser, but it also shattered the wall in front of me, revealing a hidden path. Where does this lead? I followed the secret passage and found a room with a strange fire-powered device. Wait a second. This could be what I need to thaw the desert. Unfortunately, before I could explore more, Liry Lee burst into the room ready to take me down. I had been discovered. On days 40 through 43, I faced off against Liry Lee. They charged me, hitting me with their frozen tusks. Their chilling attacks hit hard and fast, demonstrating just how strong the nuclear ice had made them. The ice beneath us made things more difficult as I struggled not to slide. I fought back with my own attacks, but Liry Lee's frozen body was too hard to pierce through. I then dug myself into the ground to get a better advantage. However, Liry Lee responded by stomping down above me, forcing me to come back up. They were too powerful for me with their new ice abilities. I needed to thaw them out to win.
Out of my way!
I got knocked back with a powerful blow, landing me near a switch I hadn't seen before. I noticed more scattered around the chamber. Time to put this device to use! With my new plan in mind, I dodged Liry Lee's strikes while flipping all the switches I could find.
Stop that! Stop that at once!
After flipping one final switch, the device activated, melting the ice around us. The cave started to thaw, and Liry Lee returned to normal.
Oh, my head. That ice made me lose my mind.
You were under the influence of Omega Crocodillo.
I'm sorry if I hurt anyone.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, we gotta go check on Frigo. We made our way back to the surface and found Frigo out of the ice. The device had done wonders, returning everything back to normal.
I knew you could do it. Thank you for saving me and my friend.
No problem. I'm just glad you're safe.
I'm so sorry, my friend. It was that evil monster Crocodillo controlling me.
It's okay. Everything is better now. You can rest.
Hold on. What happened to the upgrade? Did it melt too?
No, silly. I got it right here for ya.
Just as Frigo was about to give me the shoes, a speedy brainrot mob zoomed past and snatched them away. Hey, those don't belong to you. I took after the thief, determined to get the upgrade back before it was too late. On days 44 through 46, I chased after the runaway mob. Even with my Trallalero speed, he was surprisingly quick. Just who does this guy think he is? I have to slow him down. I tried to reduce his speed with lasers and fired attack after attack, but he dodged each beam with ease. During the chaos, one blast struck a nearby mountain, revealing a secret I hadn't noticed before. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to spot it. No matter how fast I ran, I couldn't catch him. I needed a new strategy. Using my land shark abilities, I dove underground, swimming through the soil to quickly cut him off from ahead. I've got you now. Who are you?
I am Bonica Ambalabu, the fastest brainrot mob.
Those shoes belong to me.
No way! Only the fastest mob is worthy of shoes as fine as these!
And that's me, the last of the land sharks.
In your dreams, you will never be as fast as me.
I literally just outran you.
That was just a luck. You'll have to truly prove yourself if you want these shoes.
How?
With a race, of course. Beat me and I'll hand them over.
I'm always up for a challenge. You're on. Bonica led the way and we set off, the fate of the shoe upgrade now hanging in the balance. Between days 47 and 50, Bonica Ambalabu took me to a racetrack. From end to end, it was full of different obstacles to overcome.
The first mob who gets to the finish line gets to keep the shoes. Are you ready?
Of course, you're going down. The race started, and we both ran as fast as we could down the track. We were neck and neck, but Bonica Ambalabu was a worthy opponent to go up against. He was able to inch ahead of me as we were passing the first obstacle, magma blocks. That's hot! Gotta watch out! I swerved around the magma as to not burn my shoes, but in doing so, I was now officially in second place.
If that's enough to stop you, those shoes are as good as mine.
Oh no you don't! I managed to overcome the obstacle and close the gap a little by diving into the ground. However, I was soon met with a pond full of lily pads. Naturally, Bonica Ambalabu hopped from one pad to the next, using his frog abilities to keep the lead. You're not the only one with animal powers. Watch this! Instead of platforming through the plants, I dove into the water and was able to take the lead. I jumped back onto land and made it past the finish line, just before Bonica, winning myself the race. Woohoo!
Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's safe to say you've earned those shoes.
Just as Bonica was about to hand over the shoes, the ground shook and a massive toilet crocodillo burst onto the scene.
That upgrade will not fall into your hands, Trala loser!
Bonica quickly got scared and ran off, leaving me alone to deal with the monster. Wait! Come back! Ugh, guess I have no choice. The toilet crocodillo then set its sights on me and rushed over to attack. On days 51 through 54, I faced Toilet Crocodillo. He was strong and used ferocious alligator attacks to keep me at bay, but I couldn't give up. We traded blows, but I was quickly overwhelmed by the creature's sheer power. I dove into the ground in order to avoid his blows, but that didn't last long. He roared into the sky, sending shockwaves that shook the ground under my feet. I fought back with everything I had, but without the shoe upgrade, I couldn't land a finishing blow. I just had to slow him down long enough to get to Bonica. Just then, I spotted the magma blocks scattered on the ground and knew what to do. Using my powers, I knocked the terrifying crocodile back into the searing magma, catching him on fire.
Ah, it burns!
Now's my chance! Where'd that slippery frog run off to? While he was distracted, I dashed towards Bonica, reuniting with him on the other side of the track. Bonica! Quick, give me the upgrade!
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Here you go.
I finally took the upgrade, causing me to grow even bigger and stronger in size. I gained 5 more hearts and new incredible powers. Suddenly, the toilet crocodillo brushed off the flames and turned his sights back towards me.
Upgrade or not, I'll flush you away!
The boss charged in my direction, but I was ready. I unleashed my upgraded powers and overwhelmed him with strength. Thanks to the new shoe upgrade, with one final strike, I brought him down for good.
Wow, you really might be the one who can take down the Omega.
Not without a few more upgrades, I won't. But I need to start searching for the next Brainrot mob.
I got a tip on where the next upgrade will be.
You do? Awesome! Lay it on me.
It's right below the lily pad track. Keep going down and down. You can't miss it.
I thanked Bonica, and without hesitation, I ran over and jumped into the racetrack's pond, ready to uncover whatever lay beneath. On days 55 through 57, I emerged deep beneath the water, in a tiny cave. There were strange collectibles all over the sea floor. Hello? Is my next upgrade down here? Suddenly, the strange Trippy Tropy Tropa Trippa strutted up to me. Can I help you?
Sure can. I'm Trippy. I need help with a water-breathing brainrot mob to get my treasure back from the pesky croc.
I'm sorry, but I need to keep looking for the shoe upgrades. The fate of the world rests on my success.
Oh, you mean these?
Trippy Tropy took out the next shoe upgrade, placing it on the ground in front of me. Before I could take it, he snatched it back up. Hey, give me those!
Only if you help me. The croc that stole my loot is just west of here, through the cave and behind the waterfall at another shipwreck. Get it back for me and these shoes are yours.
Fine, I'll do it. I followed Trippy's directions and made my way through the cave and past the waterfall. On the other side, I found the shipwreck that Trippy mentioned. That must be it! I got closer, and from that distance, I could see the lost treasure. There it is! I just need to grab it and get out of here. Just as I was about to go for the treasure, a terrifying creature I had never seen before swam by. It was another brainrot mob with the head of a crocodile and the body of a shark. It was a crocodillo squalo. That thing looks strong. I can't let him see me. On days 58 through 61, I had to rely on stealth. I swam carefully through the area, doing everything I could to reach the treasure without being noticed. As I swam by, Crocodillo Squalo turned his head. I barely managed to duck behind the sunken ship in time.
Die, intruder!
I braced myself for the worst, but to my surprise, he devoured a fish in a single gulp instead. That could have been me. Just a bit closer and I would have been fish food. I better keep moving. I kept inching towards the treasure, but soon Crocodillo Squalo swam straight into my path and stayed there. He wasn't gonna move. I had to lure him out of here. But with what? Suddenly, I spotted some rogue TNT nearby and got an idea. Using my laser, I fired at the explosive in the distance, causing it to erupt into flames.
Stop right there!
The explosion drew him away, leaving me just enough time to reach the treasure chest. But the second I opened it, the creak of the hinges caught the croc's attention.
There you are! That treasure is mine!
Okay, first of all, you stole this treasure, so I'm pretty sure it's not yours.
Whatever. You think you're better than me, don't you? Just 'cause you have shoes, huh?
I never said anything like that.
I can see it in your eyes. Die!
I barely had time to react. The underwater hunter charged at me, jaws wide open and fury blazing in his eyes. On days 62 through 64, I finally faced off against Crocodile Squalo in open combat. He charged with terrifying force, trying to bite through my armor with his monstrous jaws. I fought back with my Trollolero attacks, but we were evenly matched. I needed something to tip the scales. Maybe something in the treasure chest can help me. I fired a laser burst at the croc to stall him and went for the treasure chest, but all I found inside were 3 pieces of candy and a random pair of shoes. What? These are just normal shoes! They're useless! Suddenly, Squalo charged forward, narrowly missing me, but connecting with the treasure chest, shattering it into pieces. The shoes and candy spilled across the seafloor. Suddenly, and to my surprise, he stopped attacking.
Wait, what are those?
What? The shoes?
Yes. Are you giving them to me? Is this a peace offering?
Yeah, for sure. From shark to shark, everyone deserves shoes.
Bro, these are beautiful. Nobody has ever gotten me anything. I'm going to use them to walk the path of good. Thank you.
He grabbed the shoes and swam off into the deep. A changed croc shark. Huh, I guess one mob's trash is another mob's treasure. Speaking of, I better get this candy back to Trippy. I made my way all the way back to Trippy Tropy and handed him his treasured candies.
Looks like you kept your end of the deal. Here you go.
Trippy Tropy handed over the upgrade and I took it, causing me to grow even bigger in size. I now had 30 hearts total and my laser beam got way stronger. Suddenly, the cavern trembled all around us. Something big was happening up on land. That doesn't sound good. I need to check it out.
Better you than me. Here, take this shortcut.
Trippy Tropy showed me to a portal, which he said connected topside. I had had enough swimming for one day, so I took him up on his offer, said goodbye, and headed through the portal to the surface. On days 65 through 67, I returned to the surface from the portal only to witness an all-out war erupting before my eyes. Hero Squino Tanquini was locked in combat with the Omega Crocodillo. Whoa, it's like a full-blown war.
Your reign of terror has lasted far too long, Omega.
Hiroskinyo unleashed an arsenal of rockets and explosives from his tank, but despite his wild firepower, the Omega endured the attacks without a scratch.
You think your puny weapons can stop me? I'll show you why the Crocs are the superior Brainrot mob!
The Omega used his crushing power to tear through Hiroskinyo's defenses like tissue paper. The battlefield shook with every blast. I can't leave him to die like this. I have to help. Against my better judgment, I ran in and stood between the pair, bringing the battle to a halt.
If it isn't the last land shark, still alive, huh? Well, we can fix that.
That's right. It's me you want, Crocodillo. Leave this cute little hamster tank alone.
Are you crazy? Get away from here or he'll kill you!
I don't think so. Trust me. Hey, Omega, let's make a deal.
A deal? What are you talking about?
Let him go, and I'll let you take me as your prisoner.
What? No! You can't!
A prisoner, eh? Yeah, I like the sound of that. You'll be my little trophy. All right, land shark, you've got yourself a deal.
Without hesitation, the Omega Crocodillo sprayed me with a poison gas. I shook my head as my vision spun and I blacked out. On days 68 through 72, I awoke in a huge cage, big enough to hold a land shark. And looming just outside was my captor, Omega Crocodillo.
Rise and shine, Tralalero, and welcome to your doom.
Now that you have me, what are you gonna do with me?
I'm gonna keep you as my prisoner, my trophy, my punching bag. That's right. I'm going to make your life a living nightmare. After so many years of war, victory is finally mine. But hey, at least you saved that pathetic little hamster, right?
It doesn't have to be like this, Bombardiro. Can't we have peace between our people?
Peace? The chance for peace was thrown out the window years ago. All because of you stupid land sharks.
What even happened to make you hate us so much?
Didn't your pappy ever tell you anything? If you really want to know, I'll tell you. Back in the good old days, crocodiles enjoyed the waters and land, living as the superior species for decades. That is, until you land sharks arrived. You showed up with your totally awesome shoes, winning over the masses. And so years of crocodile culture was flushed down the drain. So, I took it upon myself to create a new mission for my people. I decided that I was going to destroy all land sharks and reclaim this land for the crocodiles.
All this because you and your species were jealous? Of our shoes?
It's more than that. As the land sharks took over our home, more and more of our history and traditions were lost.
They don't have to be. Let me help you. We can rebuild together.
Correction. I will rebuild by annihilating the land shark population, namely you.
Omega Crocodillo used his powerful rockets to try and take me down once and for all. I dodged and weaved as his attacks started to tear apart my cage, freeing me. Now's my chance. I ran out of the broken cage, but there was no clear way to go. I was still trapped and now cornered.
Where do you think you're going?
Just as I thought I was done for, I spotted a nearby chasm, leading deep down into the earth. I had no choice. I had to jump for it. Here goes nothing. I dove into the chasm, narrowly avoiding a final blast from Bombardiro, and fell deep into the darkness. On days 73 through 75, I landed at the bottom of the pit to find myself in a dark prison chamber. Just then, I noticed another Brainrot mob imprisoned with me. It was Vaca Saturno Saturnita.
Could it be another Brainrot mob?
Boy, am I glad to see a friendly face. How long have you been down here?
I don't know. I've lost track of time. The Omega locked me down here ages ago.
Well, I can't stay here and let him destroy the world. We're breaking out.
There is no breaking out. I've tried.
Well, maybe you just needed someone to help you.
I like your optimism.
I investigated the exit, only to find a strange puzzle blocking our way. There were planet chips on the ground that looked like they could be placed on the wall. Huh. It looks like we might need to arrange the planets in order.
That That would make sense. I just thought those were decorations.
All right, let's get started.
Oh, let me do it. I studied the planets in college.
You went to college?
Well, it wasn't so much a college as it was a farm, but rest assured, Old MacDonald was a great professor.
Sure he was. Let's just get to work. Vaca gathered the planet chips up quickly and then started to eagerly snap them into place. Mercury, Venus, Earth, all the way down the line until we hit a cosmic controversy. Wait a minute, before you place that last one, is Pluto a planet?
Of course it is. It's a dwarf planet. It's in the name. I just have to place it here.
The moment Pluto locked into the final slot, a harsh buzz echoed through the chamber. Then a cold, robotic voice pierced the silence.
Puzzle failed. Initiating prisoner purge.
I guess the security system never went to college.
I feel like you're making fun of me, and now is not the time, young man.
Sorry. Suddenly, green poisonous gas began to flood the room. We didn't have long before we were goners.
This isn't good. We need to get out of here.
You're right. Maybe brute force will work better than using our brains.
The sword might be mightier than the pen after all.
I tried everything I could to break down the door, but nothing worked. The poison began to take effect. If we didn't act fast, this would be the end for both of us. On days 76 through 79, the gas closed in and I thought it was the end. However, Vaca rushed to my side with something that could help.
Here, drink this.
She handed me a bucket of milk to cure my poison for now to buy us some more time. Of course! Why didn't I think of that? You're a cow!
Watch yourself, mister.
Right, sorry. Let's just get out of here before things get worse. I looked around for a way to escape when I spotted a vent in the corner of the chamber where the gas was pouring in. With the last of my power, I blasted it wide open. This is the only way out of here. Let's move! We raced through the busted vent and climbed our way out of the pit, back into the overworld. By some miracle, the milk kept the poison from finishing us off.
Beautiful! I never thought I'd see the sky again!
What the heck is that?
What the heck was— Oh my goodness!
Floating above us was a massive UFO. Before I could process what I was seeing, a beam shot down and snatched Vaca into the sky. Hold on! Let me help you! I shot some projectiles at the UFO, trying to save my new friend. It seemed to work as the beam went away, dropping Vaca safely, and she ran off.
I'm saved! Good luck with the aliens, Donaldo! I'm out of here!
I thought we were in the clear, but the UFO's beam started again and was beginning to move towards me. That's not good! I need to get out of here! Just as I thought I was next, a missile pierced through the sky and hit the UFO, destroying it. I looked at the cause and saw that a familiar hamster had rolled up to help.
Looks like I got here just in time.
It's you! You're alive!
All thanks to you, friend. After you saved me, I caught up with some of the other critters you helped. Once I heard your tale, I knew I had to repay the favor.
Well, now we're even. Thanks.
Not yet, we're not. I've got something else for you. A map. It'll lead you directly to the Brainrot mob who holds the final shoe upgrade.
I picked up the map from my newest friend and gave it a quick look. I knew I had a long trek ahead of me. Thanks, I better get moving before it's too late. And with that, I took off, ready to face the next challenge, whatever that may be. On days 80 through 83, I followed Hiroskinyo's directions into a swamp biome where a watermelon patch was waiting. Something smells fishy about this place. And it's not just me. Suddenly, one of the watermelons started running away. I bolted after it, determined to see what was going on. Hey, get back here! Using my Trollolero speed, I caught up and tackled the runaway melon, only to realize it wasn't a fruit at all. It was Glorbo Crocodillo. Are you the Brainrot mob with the final upgrade?
I'm sorry, but this was a mistake. You can't have it.
But I'm so close to achieving my goal. Why can't I have it? Do I have to force it from you?
I can't. Omega Crocodillo's always watching. He'll kill me if I do.
You have to trust me. With its power, we can stop him once and for all.
But what if you fail?
I won't. I'm determined to defeat him.
Confidence isn't everything. You have to take down a freaking crocodile airplane. I just don't see how a land shark can win against him.
I've gone against plenty of foes and came out on top. I just need that last upgrade. And I promise you, I will defeat Omega Crocodillo.
I'm sorry. I can't.
What the? What's happening? Suddenly, Glorbo's body began to change. He grew into a massive size, gained powerful tusks, and sprouted multiple limbs. He wasn't Glorbo anymore. He was something monstrous.
Eliminate all land sharks.
Glorbo was now gigantic and used his massive size to his advantage as he tried to crush me flat. I tried to fight him back, but the corruption from the Omega Crocodillo had made him far too powerful. Calm down, Glorbo. We can talk this through.
Never. I won't let you have this upgrade. My life depends on it.
Out of options, I made a run for it, trying my best to escape the terrifying watermelon gator. On days 84 through 86, I ran through the swamp as Glorbo chased behind me. I couldn't keep running forever, but soon I spotted a small house and rushed inside to hide. That should hold him off for now.
Honey! Someone's in our house!
I turned around and saw a crocodillo mom and dad staring at me.
What are you doing here? Are you here to kill us, land shark?
No. I don't want to hurt you. I'm just trying to escape the Glorbo monster outside.
Uh-oh. Sounds like our little Omega Crocodillo was up to no good.
Wait, are you Omega's parents?
Sure are, but he doesn't talk to us anymore. Ever since he went crazy. Guess he made Glorbo go mad too.
Glorbo is going to need some help. There's a witch in the swamp that should have a cure. But be warned, she hates land sharks.
Then I'll give it my best shot. Thanks for the help. I left the house and followed a path through the swamp until I found a witch hut with a strange witch crocodillo waiting outside. The Omega's parents said you could help me?
A land shark. Really? Get out of here.
Please, I need the cure to help Glorbo.
Fine, but only if you answer my riddles 3.
Sure, just hurry.
What's the name us crocs like to call you?
Trallalero Trallaloser?
Not bad. I like you. Next riddle. How do you feed a ninja beverage?
She had to be talking about Cappuccino Assassino. I thought back to when I fought him last.
Running from our duel, land shark? You are a coward.
I am a land shark, but if I try to swim in the land itself? I dove into the ground using my shark powers, swimming through the earth around the assassin. As I moved closer towards the magnet, the assassin tried to swing at me, but it had no effect.
What trickery is this?
Soon, I was able to reach my goal and activate the device. The magnet ripped the final part I was missing from Cappuccino's inventory, and I managed to snag it for myself. Haha! Got it!
Hey, give that back!
That's it! You have to outmaneuver him.
I would have also accepted helping him through the enemy's lover's trope, but you are still technically correct.
Whatever. Last riddle, please.
Is Pluto a planet?
Wait, I know the answer to this. Think, Max. Think. Vaca gathered the planet chips up quickly and then started to eagerly snap them into place. Mercury, Venus, Earth, all the way down the line until we hit a cosmic controversy. Wait a minute. Before you place that last one, is Pluto a planet?
Of course it is. It's a dwarf planet. It's in the name. I just have to place it here.
The moment Pluto locked into the final slot, a harsh buzz echoed through the chamber. Then, a cold, robotic voice pierced the silence.
Puzzle failed. Initiating prisoner purge.
Just then, I had the answer to the witch's last riddle. Pluto is not a planet, just a dwarf planet.
Correct. Ugh. Lousy land sharks. I'll give you the cure. Just chew. Chew!
The witch gave me the cure, but suddenly and without warning, the massive Glorbo dropped out of nowhere and squished her flat.
No more running, land shark.
I faced my enemy, Glorbo. This time, I had no choice. I had to fight. On days 87 through 89, Glorbo came at me again, unleashing his prehistoric rage onto me. I thought watermelons were delicious before, but now they were trying to eat me. I did everything in my power to try and fend off the ginormous Glorbo, but he wasn't giving up. Whatever transformed him into this abomination had also given him enhanced strength. With no other choice, I had to think outside the box. Luckily, thanks to the witch, I had a trick up my sleeve. I threw the witch's cure straight at him, but instead of turning back to normal, he transformed into a regular watermelon. Uh-oh.
Ah! Where are my legs?
Hang on, I'll fix this. I ran back to the hut and grabbed every potion I could carry. There had to be something that would work. One by one, I hit him with potions, but each one turned him into something different.
You're just making things worse.
One of these has to work. I kept trying until finally Glorbo was back to normal. Sorry about that.
I've seen unspeakable horrors, but thank you for turning me back to normal.
So, are you giving me that upgrade?
I don't know. What if that scary crocodile finds out?
I won't tell him if you don't.
Sure, I guess after everything I can trust you, but this will be our little secret, okay?
Glorbo handed over the final shoe upgrade and I finally took in its power. I felt a surge of energy as I grew into my strongest form yet. I had 5 more hearts and new powers. Finally! With this, I can take on Omega Crocodillo. But the question is, where is he hiding? It's not gonna be easy to track him down. Just then, I looked up and saw a bird brainrot mod, Fruly Frula, flying high over our heads. I think I need some eyes in the sky. I took off after the bird, hoping it would lead me to the Omega's hiding place. On days 90 through 92, I followed Fruly Frula through the trees until he led me to a clearing filled with colored rings. That's when he finally noticed me.
Hey, you down there. What are you doing chasing me?
I need your help finding the Omega Crocodillo. Think you can use your vantage point from up there to help me out?
I don't take orders from just anyone. You gotta prove to me you're worth the effort by completing my Fruity Loop puzzle.
That shouldn't be too hard. I'll give it a go. I stepped onto the course and started running through the rings. Red, orange, green. Suddenly, I was blasted by a hidden attack and sent spinning.
Oh, strike one. Get 3 and you're out.
Out? What do you mean by that?
You're killed.
Sheesh, that's morbid.
Hey, you can always quit if you're chicken.
No way, dude. I'm trying again. I gave the course another go, passing through the rings. Red, orange, yellow, blue. When another hit knocked me back. Ouch! That really hurts.
Aw, giving up already? I thought you were a shark, not a shrimp.
Wait, I get it now. I had to pass through them in rainbow order. I used my new knowledge to give the course one final try. I passed through the rings in perfect rainbow order. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And just like that, the puzzle was complete.
Looks like we have a winner. Here's your prize.
Fruly handed me a map marking the location of the Omega Crocodillo's secret base. You already had this ready?
Yeah, but you know me. I like to have a little fun.
I actually just met you, and you're kind of a weirdo. But still, thanks, Fruly.
Don't mention it. Good luck.
As Fruly and I parted ways, I knew that I was stepping ever closer to my ultimate destiny, and continued on with my head held high. On days 93 through 95, I followed Fruly's map, getting closer to the Omega's base, but the journey was treacherous. It has to be close. I can't let the Omega Crocodillo get away with his plans. As I traveled, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. When I looked back, it disappeared like a trick. Did you find all the secrets? Be sure to rewatch the video and comment below where they're hidden. I continued forward, but as time passed, I couldn't seem to locate the base. Even worse, I was starting to recognize the same landmarks over and over again. Wait, am I going in circles? This isn't right. I tried using my Trollalero powers to tunnel underground and find a new route, but when I came back up, I was back at the same exact village. Okay, something is trapping me here. What's going on? Suddenly, I spotted something moving in the distance. Out of options, I ran after it, hoping to break the cycle. I pursued the mob until I finally caught up to them at a beach. It was Burbaloni Lululoli, one of the Brainrot mobs. Are you the one making me walk in circles?
There is something you must see before you're ready to face the volcano.
But there isn't much time. You had to let me through, now.
No, you're not ready.
What do you mean? I gathered all the Brainrot upgrades. I'm more than ready.
You dare to question me?
Yes, I think you're wrong. I'm ready to take on Omega Crocodillo.
I have never been wrong before. How many times have you been wrong, Big Mouth?
I'm not gonna answer that.
I think it is best I show you that you're still not ready.
Suddenly, the coconut creature threw some sort of splash potion at me. My vision spun and the world blurred. What did you do?
Overcome this challenge, and all will become clear.
I tried to hang on, but it was no use. Soon, my mind drifted into a strange dream. On days 96 through 98, I woke up in a strange dream world, dizzy and confused from Burbaloni's spell. What is this place? Why did he bring me here?
Max, is that you?
I approached the familiar voice, and to my surprise, my parents were standing right in front of me. Mom? Dad? What are you doing here?
Burbaloni used his powers so we can speak beyond the realm of death.
We've missed you, my son. We're so proud of you.
I miss you guys too. I promise I'm gonna defeat the Omega Crocodillo and avenge our people, but Burbaloni said I wasn't ready.
That's because he wanted you to see this.
My mom stepped forward and handed me a strange artifact I had never seen before. What is this?
It's the final relic left by our people. It will give you strength in battle.
Take it. It's your destiny.
I took the gift and felt a surge of energy overtake my body. I gained 10 hearts, making me stronger than ever before. Whoa, it's almost as if you two are fighting by my side.
And we are. We will be watching you, my son.
Good luck. We love you so much.
I felt the environment starting to change, and suddenly I woke up back in the real world, standing at the foot of a huge volcano. This had to be the Omega's base. Looks like Burbaloni let me through after all. It's time to end this. I began to scale up the massive volcano. This was it. I was about to face my toughest opponent yet. Finally, on day 99, I reached the absolute highest peak of the volcano, only to find my nemesis, the Omega Crocodillo, already there waiting for me. I noticed that the top of the volcano had been sealed shut with a metal door, and wondered what the villainous croc was planning.
So, tralalero tralala, you finally managed to find me. Took you long enough.
I'm done playing your games, Bombardiro. This is over. Surrender now, or I'll make you feel the wrath of the Alpha Brainrot critter, me.
You? The Alpha? I think you're gravely mistaken, little shark. This battle has already been decided since day one. Do you really think that those little upgrades of yours will be enough to stop me?
They have to be. I'm not about to lose to a smelly croc like you. I've gathered the best of the best parts, and with the combined power of all the Brainrot mobs, it'll be more than enough to stop you.
That's a whole lot of confidence coming from a dinky fish like you. But hey, let's find out if you're truly prepared to handle the heat.
The ground beneath my feet rumbled with intensity as the giant metallic hatch doors slowly began to open. I scooted my way clear as the door finally snapped into place, revealing a lake of boiling lava below.
Feast your eyes, Guppy! No amount of brainrot tech will save you once you're melted down to scrap.
You're the one who's gonna be scrap, Bombardiro. For what you did to my parents, I will destroy you.
This is going to be fun.
I braced myself as Omega Crocodillo began his assault. Bombardiro's attacks were unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. He rained bomb after bomb down upon me. I unleashed everything I had in my arsenal, exchanging shot for shot with mechanical terror, doing everything I could to knock it out of the sky. The gator was fast though, too fast, and I couldn't land enough hits to take it down as quickly as I needed to.
I'm impressed, Tralalero. You've clearly gotten stronger. That being said, it won't be enough. Now, die!
The Omega Crocodillo charged up one final attack and unleashed it down upon me. The resulting blast was absolutely huge, and it catapulted me into the lava down below. On day 100, I plummeted into the boiling hot lava and began to burn up. I could feel my armor melting away as I knew my fight was over, and that I lost. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. As I came to terms with suffering the same cruel fate as my parents, suddenly the artifact they gave me left my inventory and hovered in front of me, emitting a strange glow. Huh? My parents' artifact? What's it doing?
What? Where did you get that?
Bombardiro did everything in his power to respond quickly and destroy the artifact, but it was too late. The strange glow expanded outwards and filled me with an intense wave of energy. I felt my power increasing beyond anything I'd ever felt before. I had transformed into Lava Trollalero. This power, It's a gift from my people, my parents. I won't let them down.
No, this can't be. Your kind is supposed to become extinct once and for all, and I will make it so.
Omega Crocodillo unleashed one final desperate barrage, but my new lava form shielded me from the blasts.
What? That's not possible.
My turn. I drew strength from within my superheated core and with a monumental effort let loose a powerful attack that struck the croc with an unheard of amount of force. And with that, Omega Crocodillo crashed into the lava and was finally no more. I had defeated my arch nemesis. I did it! I avenged my people! That was for you, Mom and Dad.